What's up, guys? Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com, and I kind of just wanted to make a little follow-up video about the update, about update 12.0, patch 12.0. This is kind of a follow-up to my last video here, which I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, it's not doing so hot. A lot of people did not like that last video. Right now, the likes and dislikes, they're about even, although the dislikes are, absolutely going to take over. It's only a matter of time, right? And I gave my thoughts in that video, and the thing is, I don't think my thoughts are all that different from the rest of the communities. But maybe it's my fault for the way that I set up the video, because I didn't start giving my dislikes until about halfway through, and it's like a 14.5-minute video. And according to like the YouTube metrics, most people cut out of my videos around like the 3 or 4 minute mark or something like that. So yeah. Let me just read off, like, before you guys cut out of this video, let me just read off, like, a list of things that I said I did not like about the update. And everything that I'm going to read here was said in this last video if you wanted to go back and watch yourself just to verify and if you think I'm just, like, changing my mind because of all the dislikes or something like that. I said that I liked and agreed with Seaton's video, at least most of it. And I did not include the title of the video, but at the time it was, at the time of recording, it was his most recent video, which was titled Patch 12.0 is terrible. So yeah, that alone should say that, the fact that I liked and agreed with any of that should tell you that I don't think this is the best update ever. Secondly, we don't know the value of stats. I really don't like that. Third, we're taking too much damage on parry. We're taking too much damage when blocking. The overall difficulty is too high. Captain America should block significantly more damage. The nerfs to champions are too heavy. I tested Doctor Strange personally, and it seemed a bit rough. I thought we were just going to get a little bit of a hit on his life gain. Did not expect it to be as severe. And then on top of that, his shielding phase, I don't think anyone expected that to be nerfed. So yeah. Overall, it was too big of a nerf. That was the only one of the champions that I could really test that got nerfed that I am complaining about here. Although before the update actually happened, in my my update overview from just like reading the patch notes and stuff like that, I also did predict that Thor would have been hit a little bit too hard. So although I don't have a Thor to test myself, it did seem like straight from the notes that it was going to be too big of a hit to Thor. I also brought up the suicide masteries and the change with willpower and how that's going to affect Alliance War when you have suicide masteries on defense. Although that largely doesn't matter to people because most people don't use suicide masteries anyway, and Alliance War is also turned off at the moment. So, and so yeah, I don't know. Do some of these things look familiar about what the community is complaining about? I don't say it in such a complete negative way in the video, but I do bring up all of these points. I'm not a super negative person, so yeah, forgive me if I sugarcoated a little bit or something. I don't know. I also really don't think that the whole boycott route is the way to go here. And at the end of the video, I said we can just talk to Kabam, give feedback, and changes will happen. Not word for word like that, but that's basically what I said, right? We can just talk to them, and yeah. So here's what actually is happening. I'll go back to that boycott thing in just a moment, but here's actually what is happening. We got this in-game mail here. We've heard your feedback, and they're saying that they're working on updates, future updates, right? If we go to their page here, the Play Contest of Champions webpage here, you can see this statement that was put out. We had the best intentions with this update. With the update, we made some deep changes to support future content for years to come, but in our focus on the future, we lost sight of how big the impact of these changes would be to the day-to-day experience in the game. While we stand by some of our intentions, we changed too much too fast and we didn't adequately warn you. That wasn't fair, and we are working to make this right. So they're talking about some of the things that the community is bringing up the most, including the severity of the champion adjustments, or champion nerfs really, the difficulty tuning of Realm of Legends, Labyrinth of Legends, and other harder content within the game. and then the current difficulty of the game and the way that parry is functioning. I'm sure they're also going to include block in there probably, although they don't say it. We'll have further announcements for you all on Monday, March 6th. So, yeah, right now it's kind of just have to wait and see still, but it's pretty clear that they're listening. It's pretty clear that they're listening to the feedback. They also go on in the the official forums and post here that Alliance Quest and Alliance War are turned off until they're confident with the changes, and the player base is happy with the changes and everything. So I want to quickly talk about the boycott thing and why I'm against that, because maybe that's why some people dislike my video too. I don't know. I don't really, it's kind of whatever. If you dislike the video, it doesn't bother me that much. I'm still just gonna say what I want to say. And again, like I mentioned in the last video, if I jumped on the boycott bandwagon, my channel would be absolutely thriving right now. It would be the fastest growth for my channel, and ultimately, how much I'm earning from YouTube or whatever. Even though it's not a super large sum of money, it would be a significant boost if I jumped on the boycott bandwagon. So why am I not? Why am I saying that? I dislike these changes and still not jumping on the boycott bandwagon, especially if all the boycott means, according to a lot of people, is that continue playing but don't spend money and give bad reviews for the game. If that's all it was, then that's fine. I already tell people not to spend money. I try to show people on a day-to-day with my videos here that you can play the game absolutely for free. It's cool if it's fine if you spend money. I understand not everybody has the time, so you offset that with some money and stuff. That's fine. And then you can give your reviews. Yeah, be perfectly honest with your reviews of the game, right? So what's my problem then with the whole boycott MCOC thing? The problem is that's not all it is. Maybe some of you have that feeling if that's what it is, but the reality is that there's a lot of different people lumped into this boycott MCOC thing, and to a lot of people it becomes this movement where you're making like personal attacks. You're making personal attacks against anyone who finds some kind of good thing about the update. You're making personal attacks about or at the developers, at Adora and Mike, at whoever. I mean, it's like there's no need to attack anyone, right? I don't want to associate myself with any kind of group that has anyone like that. And the thing is, it would be different if it was like if the people doing the whole boycott MCOC thing said like, look, guys, we can do this, but don't make it personal. Don't do these attacks or anything like that, or whatever. But that's not how it goes. It's that kind of stuff is getting upvoted, right? Everything else is getting absolutely shut down. Everything else is getting drowned out. There's posts that you'd think that it's like a big movie speech, like Braveheart or something, where there's only one group and everyone else has to go, kind of thing. Everyone else can keep their mouths shut, kind of thing, and that's not good for anybody, man. I think that's bad. I think it's bad for the game. I think that's bad for the world. Anytime there's a group like that, right? Unless there's like some like incredibly serious issue, right? This is just a game where we can talk to the developers and get our points across. And if you want to leave them the negative feedback, fine, but do it without like personal attacks. So yeah, that's why I think the whole boycott MCOC thing is terrible. Yeah, I mean that's my thoughts on the whole thing, guys. I think the whole boycott MCOC thing is bad for the player base. Puts a real negative spin on the whole game. Nobody wants to log in. People don't want to play the game in this current current update as is. We really need more negativity on top of that with all the personal attacks and stuff like that. And I mean, that's going to do it for this video. I've already rambled on long enough. Hopefully you guys understand my perspective a little bit better, that I do think there are a lot of negative things about this update. I purposefully left out some of the positives in this one. I left out some of the positives in the last one too, but there are definitely positives to this update as well. But I agree with a lot of the negatives. So until next video, guys, take care.